Hi, Jersey.
Good morning. You and me in a private class, huh?
Yeah, might be. Might be.
Oh. So do you celebrate Christmas?
Um, yeah, I guess I do. Um, I went over to my sister Mary Ann's house,
Mm-hmm.
and as did my other brothers and sisters. One of them is out of town, so
Mm-hmm.
and then a couple friends came over, and we had a brunch, and that was it. We usually, when we get together, we are laughing all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we have good relationships, so it's.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
siblings?
I do. I have two sisters, but neither one of them, I mean, I'm not originally from Buffalo, although we've lived here. It's hard for me to believe we've lived here 30 years. And I think I've spent that whole time saying I'm not from Buffalo. And then when our kids moved here, somebody said to me, well, your kids are from Buffalo. So that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a joy to have family around. I mean, every time we're together with our kids, my husband and I look at each other and just say, how do we get to be so lucky? It's really lovely.
Hi, Maureen.
Morning, Maureen.
Good morning.
Morning. So, Drusy, you have how many kids?
Two. I have a daughter and a son.
Okay.
And our daughter's married, and she and her husband and our two grandchildren live, less than 2 miles away.
Right.
And
they moved here like
they moved here about a year ago. They moved here last December. And then our son moved here, in early March, like right as the pandemic was shutting down. We weren't even sure his moving truck was going to get here. And, so it's a little weird to move someplace at the beginning of a pandemic. My son doesn't have any friends really left over from high school. And our son-in-law, doesn't know a whole lot of people either. But, at least we've had our own little bubble, and that's been good.
How old is your son?
34. He's 34.
Hi, Sydney.
And, yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah,
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dark in here.
it is. It's
My
light.
son isn't yet,
but-
so
Oh, okay.
I only have so many lights in the room.
So it's what, 7 o'clock there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, let's, you all set, Maureen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, close your eyes. Just breathing in and out. Slow it down. While sitting here, begin Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breath is that audible breath. Does not have to be audible to anyone but yourself. As you are continuing to Ujjayi breathe, breathe on the inhale for a count of 8 and on the exhale for a count of 8. If that is easy to do 10 and 10. And if you want to bump it up, if that's pretty easy to do, bump it up. So it necessitates that you slow the breathing down, particularly slow the beginning of your inhale. And when you're done with that round you're on now, go back to normal breathing. And then lower your chin to your chest. Begin moving in a half circle. Take it into a full circle. Reverse direction. And come back to center. Look from side to side. And then back to center. Tilt your head to one side, move it forward and back. Go to the other side. And back on your shoulders. Roll your shoulders. Loosen up the joints in the upper body. Take your right arm and reach it back. And the other one. And cross your arms in front. Roll your shoulders once again. Spinal wave. Now take your hands back behind you, right behind your hips. And just open up the thoracic spine. Lean back into those hands, stretching out the hands, the fingers, the wrists. Lifting up through the spine, looking up towards the ceiling. Coming back upright. Taking your arms in front of you, crossing your hands over, clasping your hands, and just reach away, come into cats. And then sitting up tall, just sit tall, take the arms, walk the fingers out, take the arms over to the sides, up overhead, and bow down, back down. Now when you do this, especially when you lift your arms up, outer spiral your shoulders. So you rotate the palms up, try to rotate the pinkies up. So now when the arms come up overhead, the palms are facing behind you. And then once you're up overhead, you're going to do the drunk driving test and touch your pinkies together. And if you miss 3 times in a row,
Guess I'm drunk.
you're out of here. Oh, 2 out of 3. Okay, roll the shoulders once again. Take your right arm up, walk your left hand out, and just lean over to your left. Then you can open and close the torso or open and open more, however you want to do it. Hey, welcome back, Maureen.
Hi, I'm having problems today with the computer.
Now, that arm, the hand that's down, bend the arm, straighten it out. Bend that left elbow, straighten it out. Just go as deep as you can while keeping that right glute down. Take your right hand, your top hand behind your head. Move that right elbow back, lift the sternum. So you can tell everybody today you're doing 1-arm push-ups.
Mhm.
Come on back up. Roll your shoulders. And then go to the other side. Do I look as white to you as I look to myself?
Yes, you're very
Yeah,
light.
you are pale.
Yes.
No, I'm white. I'm not even pale. I'm beyond pale. It's the lighting I have in here. I gotta.
You need one of those ring lights like they all have on TV.
Yeah.
Right. It soft, but I can soften these.
That's what you have.
Yeah, I do have. But it's not a ring light. I do have studio lights.
You just have to get your makeup person to do your makeup differently. And set up the-
Bottom line, that's it. Put your hand behind your head and do your push-ups. Move that top elbow back with the sternum once again. And come on back up to center. From here, come into a forward bend. Take your hands forward. And you're not coming down as deeply as you can. You're going to move from side to side. All right, come on back up. I now have some color. Okay. Take your socks off. Oh, they already have them off. And come on onto all fours. Start moving around here a little bit. You may already be quite loosened up. So we won't need to spend too much time here. I always invite you to do lateral spinal waves, not just sagittal up and down. And when you are ready, bring yourself up into your first downward dog. Start to move around in your downward dog. Now come down into a child's pose. Come back up into your down dog. Take your right leg, lift it up behind you, open it up, bend that knee. Reach that foot as far as you can. Lift that knee as high as you can. Exhale and slide forward, bring the knee into the nose. Hold it in there, breathe. Send it back up and out. Slide forward into plank, but keep that foot, that leg lifted, parallel to the floor. Send it back up and out, lift that foot up as high as you can, straight leg. And then set it down. Come into your plank. Back into your down dog. Then lift your left leg up. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Knee up towards the ceiling. Foot as far to the right as you can. Exhale, forward knee to nose. Send it back up and out. Slide forward into the plank with the leg lifted. Back and up. Coming back in your down dog. Set the foot down. Come into plank pose. Lower the knees. Lower the chin and chest. Keep the hips up. Now lower the hips down. Take your hands wide. So some of the fingers may be on the mat, some of the fingers may be off, where you're completely off the mat with the fingers on the elbows or over the wrists. Inhale up into cobra. Straight arm. And back down. So when you're down, your chin is on the mat or your forehead is on the mat. Position the elbows so they're above the hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Again, open it up. Release it back down. Continue to go in and out of Bhujangasana. And then when you're down, the next time stay down, turn your head, turn one cheek down, extend the arms back alongside your torso. Totally relax. Now take the hands to the outside of the chest, forehead facing down. Curl your toes underneath, lift your knees and your thighs. Now lift your hips. Now lift your chest, come into plank. There you go, good job. Back into your downward dog. Now, once again, slide forward and then move back. Lift your left leg up behind you. Bring the knee into the left elbow. Over to the right elbow. Back to the left elbow. And back up behind you. Bring the knee into the nose as you slide forward. Now take that leg all the way to the other side. So it's underneath you to the right. You look at me and the leg is straight. You're on the outside edge of that foot. Now from here, open it up. Lift your right arm and open up. Release back down. Square the shoulders. Lift that leg, knee into the nose. Set it back, come into down dog. Slide forward into plank, lower down to chaturanga. Come into your back bend of choice. And then down into back into down dog. Lift your right leg up. Bring the right knee into the right elbow. Over to the left elbow. Back to the right. Back up behind you. Three-legged dog. And bring the knee into the nose as you slide forward. And then take that foot over to the left. And open up into your modified side plank. Release your hand down. Bring the knee into the nose. Step back to your down dog. Slide forward, lower down. Cobra to child's pose. Let those shoulders and upper arms rest. Now sit up on your heels. Sit up tall, lift the chest, move those shoulders back, let the shoulders roll down back. Come up onto your knees. Curl your toes. If your knees permit, come into a squat. And you're going to try to get the torso as vertical as possible. And then you're going to stand straight up. Nice job. All right. Come forward on the top of your mat. And from here, step your right foot back right into warrior one. And from here, come into warrior three with the arms forward. Back to warrior one. Oh, I was going to say, I'm glad I'm not recording this. I was all over the place. Now from here, come into your high lunge. Just pivot off that back heel. If you want to, go deeper, lengthen it. Take those arms, take the hands behind your head. Clasp your hands, take them behind your head. Bring your elbows completely forward. Now, move your elbows. Keep the elbows forward, but you're going to move the elbows and the shoulders back. So you're like squeezing the shoulder blades together. Try to keep the elbows going right forward and then take the arms up overhead. We're going to come into a standing split, but first lean forward, everything, arms and torso, horizontal, and then into your standing split. Now take that top leg, set the foot to the outside of the other foot. So you're in a cross-legged Uttanasana. Straighten out as much as you can that front leg. Now uncross. Normal Uttanasana. Roll all the way up. Once you're up, take the arms wide and overhead. Start to back bend. Press the palms together overhead strongly. Move the shoulders away from your neck. Lift out of your lower back. And then come vertical with the hands to the hearts. If you need to, step forward once again, and then step your left foot back to warrior one. Reaching the arms up. Once you're set, back heel is down on the mat. Deepen your pose if you can. Walk the feet apart a little bit more. Take any pressure off of your lower back by pulling the pubic bone up. Square everything to the front of your mat. Take your hands behind your head once again. This time, keeping your elbows wide. Lift up through the sternum, start to look upwards. Once again, coming out of the lower back. Back leg stays straight and strong. And then come vertical, arms reach up overhead. Bring yourself horizontal, torso and arms, right into warrior three. And from here, right into your standing split. Place that foot to the outside of the standing foot. Cross-legged Uttanasana. Uncross your legs. Take your feet shoulder width apart. Start to slowly bend your knees, coming into your Malasana. From your Malasana, come into Bakasana, or crane pose. Back to Malasana, or Palakasana, or Chaturanga. And from here, take your hands down again in front of you, as though you're going into Bakasana. Bring your knees down. Now we're going to do a headstand prep. Okay? So we're going to come down onto the forearms, grab your opposite elbows, make sure they're close enough. Then clasp your hands, then bring the palms together. You're going to place your top of your head down between the forearms near the wrists, but don't put any weight on your head. So put it down, toes are curled, lift your knees up, and walk your feet in as close as you can get them trying to maintain an unrounded spine. If you want to lift one leg, take it up, set it back down, and do the other leg. You want to lift both legs? Do that. No weight on the head. Lower your knees. Come into a child's pose. Reach your arms forward. Walk your arms over, your hands over to the left. Take your right hand on top of your left hand, interlace the fingers, stretch out the side. Walk the hands back through center to the other side. Clasp the hands once again, left hand on top of the right. Stretch out the left side. Come back to center. Reach the arms forward. Come up into your downward facing dog. Reach the heels down. Regain lordosis in that lower back, the lumbar. Step your left foot forward. Come into a warrior two. Now, in this pose, this is what we're going to practice. We're going to practice the upper body movement to come up and come down from this pose. So, take the back arm, turn the palm up, windmill forward and down. Nothing else moves. Legs should not have moved, just torso and up. Now, wheel it up, cartwheel it up, if you will. So when you come up, so now that you're up, the hand that's your back hand, which will be your right arm, reaches forward. Do it again, come down. Do it again, come up. Now you're getting a leg workout here. Now if you want to add this front arm when you come down, or you'll windmill that one also, you can. Then you'd be doubly cool. Right now you're just cool, okay? Just make sure you don't go too fast. They will go flying right off of you. Now, warrior two. Deepen your warrior two. See if you can take that back foot and slide it back. Keep the knee where it is, the front knee. And you might get locked on your lateral hips. Now, take a break. Come into Parshva This is where if you've done Parshva enough times, you have learned you can take a break here by putting all your weight into that bottom forearm. You can also do Mikyasana. Every one of you knows Mikyasana. So take that bottom arm, that left arm, and reach it towards your, if you're looking at the video camera, look, reach it there. Place it back on, because your thigh might be talking to you. Now straighten that leg. Take the top arm straight up. Take that bottom arm, straighten that. Come into Trikonasana. Look down. Make sure you're aligned with that leg. You're not coming forward from it. Not forward towards the top of your head, but forward towards your chest. Take your top arm behind your lower back. Now reach for your left thigh. You may not get it, but you're reaching for it. It only means, if you can't get it, it only means you need longer fingers. All right, keeping that arm there, come up. Come all the way up. Keep that right arm behind the lower back. Float that left arm out. All right, who's going to remember all this stuff for the other side? Bend and come into your Parshva Konasana again. And see if you can grab that thigh now or get closer. Now start to unwrap that right arm and reach it up. Come on up into a reverse warrior. While here, straighten out that front leg. Turn your left foot towards center. Hands to the hips, forward bend. Now clasp your hands behind your back. Reach the hands up and away from the hips, up towards the ceiling, towards the direction of your forward bend. Take your hands back to your hips, bring your torso parallel to the floor, nice and long, and then all the way up. Now, heels come in a little bit. Bend the knees, come into your goddess pose. Get your forearms vertical and your upper arms horizontal. Press your knees outwardly so the glutes and the outer upper legs contract. Lift your sternum. Now walk around like this. All right. Actually, take your right elbow to your right thigh. Just lean. Come on back up. You might have to move that elbow, that arm in order to touch. Just go side to side. But you haven't done this since you were 4 or 5. Okay. Now, extend everything. Arms and legs. Release the arms. Bring the feet parallel. Jump them together. We're not going to do the other side. Only kidding. That was a workout. Shake your hands. What did Flip Wilson used to say?
Who?
I don't remember.
Fred Flintstone?
No.
Wilson.
Flip Wilson. The devil made me do it.
Yeah, let me do it.
God, that was such a comment. Okay, so from here, turning sideways on your mat, jump your feet wide. Turn your right foot out. So we'll start the warrior 2 from here. Bend that right foot. Get your alignment. Take your arms when you're ready. Float them out. Now, we're going to come down. We're going to windmill down. Nothing else moves but the torso and the arms. We're going to windmill up. And I'll just keep moving in and out of your warrior two. You want to do the double windmill with the front arm, you can. Coming back to your warrior two. Keeping that right knee right over the right heel. Coming into, sliding to the right, coming into your Parshvanottanasana. Coming into the version where you reach that bottom arm. Take it off the thigh if you can, if you want. Bring it back onto the thigh. Take the top arm and reach it back behind the lower back and reach for that right quad. Here, once again, you can take the right arm off the thigh. Now, straighten out the bottom leg. Keep that left hand holding onto the right quad. Reach the right arm down. Take the top arm, start to reach it up. Squeeze the muscles of the arms, draw them into the bones. Now, bending that right knee, coming up into Enchanted Warrior. Back into Warrior Two. What have I forgotten? Who cares, right?
Savasana.
Here at one point.
Yeah, we kind of did that I did it differently. What did you say, Steph?
I said it was just different order. I think it's all there.
Yeah, okay. And from here, we're gonna windmill and go through a flow, okay, a vinyasa. You can either end in down dog or in child's pose. Now, in your downward dog, you're gonna bring your right knee in to the right tricep as you slide forward to plank. Then you're gonna come back to down dog, set it down. You're gonna bring your left knee into the left tricep. Slide forward and then slide back into down dog, set it down. Now, come on down, onto your knees, and watch. So, before I do it, were you able to get your knee, either knee, to touch your upper arm?
Yes.
Or get close? Were you within a block? No, were you within like a few inches, 4 or 5 inches?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when you have jumped forward with your feet wider than your hands, normally we jump forward, our feet are inside the hands. When you jump forward, feet wider than the hands, can you remember right now, you don't have to tell me, if you jumped your feet pretty close to your hands?
I can remember. No.
All right. All right. This is what we're going to play with. We're going to play with a couple different things you can choose. You can practice jumping your feet forward. I'm probably 10 inches away. Or jump forward farther. Or this is one that you get to. You jump your thighs, your inner thighs to, I don't know if you can see that. You jump your inner thighs and try to, and my feet actually came down, but try to just balance on your arms. So how do you get there? I kind of did it by accident a few years ago, just by jumping forward and playing around and jumping my feet wide. So when you jump your feet wide and your feet are far enough forward, then you can go here and come into your crane. And what I tried to show you is just jump right into crane. Well, it's a progression. So we're going to play with jumping forward, feet wide, to any variation, any length. So as best you can. And you just play until you can get a little farther, that's all. Your game is your game, okay? Nice. Good, Drusy. Nice, Sid. Stephanie, are you comfortable with your foot?
No, I'm not jumping with my ankle.
Okay. Headers are not allowed. So Stephanie, notice which side is tighter. Can you bring your knee in? Good job. All right, you can only do a few of those, then the arms get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come on down and rest them. Either come into child's pose or just take another pose and you can come off your arms. Oh man, this is going too fast. Holy shoot.
No, I noticed that too.
Okay, so sit down. Come onto your sits bones. Take your legs in front of you. Knees are bent. Bottoms of the feet are on the mat. We can do some ab work here. So you know what's coming. All right. Take your hands underneath your knees, keeping your feet down, straighten your arms. Once you're here, lift your chest as best you can. So you're trying to unround. And now you're going to release the hands. Nothing else moves. The arms move parallel to the floor. Palms can either face you or palms are straight up. So bring the arms shoulder height. From here, one leg only lifts up. Nothing else moves so that the shin is parallel to the floor. Then take the other leg without moving the first, parallel to the floor. Now take both legs parallel to the floor. Try to keep the torso from moving. Bring the legs back so that your knees are bent, shins are parallel to the floor. Now come into a half boat. Into your full boat. Into your half boat. Into full boat. One more half boat. Stay here, stick it. Into full boat. And then from here, grab the outsides of your feet, arms to the insides of your legs. Now straighten your legs right in front of you, feet together. Now lift up your sternum. Open up the legs. Bring the right heel in, right next to the groin. Straighten that leg out. The left heel comes in. Straighten it out. Bring both heels in, so it's kind of like Baddha Konasana. Try to bring it in close without rolling back and down, and then straighten the legs out. Now come into your floating butterfly. Clasp your hands around both feet. Now grab toe lock, only big toe. Keep your feet floating while you do this. Now, we've done this one in the past, we haven't done it in a while. Keep your feet right where they are, lift your hands up off the feet, cross your hands, grab the opposite toe. So just still do toe lock, Sid. And the palms are still facing the same direction, so the palms are not turned out. Turn your palms in, so the thumbs are up.
Thumbs are up.
Yes, thumbs are up. Now,
Then your thumbs are out.
thumbs are straight up.
The palms are.
But then your
Palms are still facing this way, but I've just done this with my hand. I don't know if you can see that. All right, from here, straighten one leg, and then straighten the other leg. And then straighten one, and then straighten the other. Other way, Sid, not that way. So the arms never cross. The arms stay forward.
Oh my God.
That's it. Yes. Now bring that right, there you go. All right, so come back into your floating butterfly. And you may have to reposition yourself on the mat. So I'm gonna roll forward here. And you're gonna roll forward and back. Let's see if you can. Then come on up into your butterfly, sitting, clasping the hands or grabbing the ankles. Sit up tall, move your knees, and then get the knees to move in sync. Press the knees down, start to come forward. Now begin to slowly roll up. Extend the arm or the legs forward. Take the feet to the top of your mat. And you're going to start to roll down. Once you are all the way down, just roll your legs and shake them out. And then bring your knees in and lower them to the right. Left arm out to the left. And just come into a nice gentle twist. Come through center. Going to the other side. Come to center. Hugging your knees up. Gently rolling from side to side. Take an inversion if you wish, or enter into your Shavasana. Move your head from side to side. Move your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bend your elbows. Draw your knees in. And then roll comfortably to the right. on up to a seated pose. And hands come into the heart center. A smile on your heart, followed by a smile on your lips. Great practice today, everybody. Thank you very much. Namaste. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you. Enjoy the snow.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you, Jersey. I'm Maureen.
Bye.
You get it. Hi.
Hi.
Here's your
How's it going? I only have a couple minutes because I actually have to get to work.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I told them I was going to be late because I wanted to do this yoga class. Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Dad.
Glad you made it to meditation too.
Yeah, I was tired. It was good though. I think I'll do that one over again at some point. That was a good one too. That was really good. Yeah. Thank you.
How do you work today? Who are you working for? Kitchen?
Actually, I don't work at a kitchen.
I know the food shopping.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you something.
How much I weigh?
Can't remember what. No.
No. You can't remember?
Damn.
Dang
Something
it.
I was gonna